Alright, good afternoon everyone. We are doing another video today. Today is March 21st, 2020. Hope everyone is having a great weekend up to this point. Still got some cool weather out there. Still got ape shit craziness going on out in the world. But I don't think we could ever stop that from ever happening. But today, folks, we're going to be doing a money jar ritual, okay? And this is going to be probably, you can make them however big or small that you want, okay? This is a jar I'm going to be using. And before we jump into that ritual, of course, or I'm sorry, not ritual, but the money jar making process, I do appreciate you if you're a subscriber to my channel already, and if you have not, please hit that subscribe button down below. That little bell icon there should be to this side of the screen. Subscribe to my channel. Anytime I put out new videos, you will be alerted to those videos when they're uploaded to YouTube. And if you do like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Let me know what I could have done to improve on this video if you didn't like it. And if you did, let me know what you did like about it. And of course, I do appreciate it if you would share that video with other people. Also, as a quick reminder, I am still doing that World Healing Ritual tomorrow on March 22nd, 2020 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would normally love to want to do a live video streaming of that. Unfortunately, my channel is not set up for that up to this point because I do not have the subscriber base to my channel. So unfortunately, I cannot be doing live video feeds on YouTube. But folks, if you are interested in doing that, it is still happening. Again, it starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will put a link to that video so that you can watch it and get an idea of what the World Healing Ritual is going to be all about. So if you want to join in, you can do so. Okay, again, that will be tomorrow, March 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do adjust your time based on what time zone or country you are in, all right? Again, watch the video, share it, get it out to as many people in the occult community as possible, so that as many people can go ahead and do it around the same time frame, and hopefully we'll get some really good results. And then it will be repeated again on March 29th, and then April 3rd, I believe, is going to be the next day after that, or April 3rd or April 5th. All right, so let's go ahead with this ritual here, folks. Again, you can go ahead and use whatever size you want as far as jars for these money-making jars or spell jars. Obviously, the smaller ones, they have a tendency not to last very long. If you want to use something like this or even something bigger, know that you're probably only going to make a couple of these in your lifetime, especially if you're making them like this big, okay? Because this money is going to be very apparent in your life for a very, very, very long time. So, we're probably looking at maybe once every 10 years you might be making something like this. So with this, what I've done obviously is cleansed everything and consecrated everything up to this point. I'll just go ahead and point around to a few things that I do have here in front of me and some of the reasons why I'm using that. First and foremost, I do have some plaid paper money here. If I can pick it up. And that is $8 million bill there, and that's what the back looks like. You can get this off of Amazon.com. I think I got a pack of 10 of these for like $5 or $6. You can see that I did write some things on there, and I will get to that in just a moment. Okay, we do have our pine cone here. We have some high john root and some lucky hand root in the bowl there. I have 2 pyrites, 4 pieces of currency. I got a quarter, nickel, dime, and a penny there. My jar, of course, I have my honey over here off to the side, and then I have this plate of herbs in front of me. So we have Vervain here, Catnip, Basil, Alfalfa, Dandalion, and this is, of course, cinnamon in the middle. And I'll go ahead and get into the reasons why I picked these particular herbs as well. If you don't have to use this many herbs, folks. If you want to use less, that's fine. If you want to use more, that's fine as well. I mean, if anything, minimally what you should be putting in this jar at least would be at least honey and cinnamon would be at least a minimum of what I would put into something like a jar like this. Just kind of go with what you have, is kind of like the principle here, all right? One of the first things that we're going to do is put this deft currency or this plain money into the jar, okay? Now on this, I've written things like abundance, prosperity, money comes to me quickly, money comes to me effortlessly, success, business success, money loves me, different things. I try to go very vague on this. Don't try to be too specific, like you're wanting to manifest a particular amount of money or anything like that. I understand it says $1 million on the currency, that just okay. But what you really want to do here is be vague, because you're trying to bring in money from all sorts of opportunities. That can be anything from people owing you money to working overtime, finding money. If you have business, opportunities that may come your way, whether those be like small opportunities for just day-to-day business or larger ones for like larger projects or something like that. You want to be really vague on what you put onto the currency here, all right? Try not to be too specific. So we're going to put that into the jar. Now, with something like this, you want to go ahead, and what we're going to be doing is tapping. For those of you that are not familiar with what tapping does, tapping is a great way of transferring energy, and we want to get excited about this. And I know this is probably not going to be like one of my normal videos that you guys watch. It's probably going to be a little off, because you're going to see like a side of me that a lot of people don't usually see. But what we're trying to do is put more energy into this jar, and by doing that, we're going to be tapping on this jar, we're going to be shaking this jar, we're going to feel really good about wanting to get this money and have this money, what we're going to do with this money, and how it's going to affect us, and how it's going to work for our family, and all sorts of things. So we're going to put that deft money currency in there and put the lid on. It doesn't have to be very tight, and we're just going to kind of tap away and just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the money. Thank you for all the prosperity. Thank you for all the wealth. Thank you for coming to me. Thank you. Okay, that's basically what I want you to do, folks, is I want you to continue to tap and feel happy and joyful that you have this money. Thank you for all this money in my life. Thank you for all the opportunities it brings to me. Thank you for all the opportunities coming to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep tapping, keep tapping. Continue to get that energy to build up inside of you, okay? That's the whole point of it. The more happiness and joy and good feeling and everything that you can tap and put into this jar, the more energy it's going to go into this jar, the better this jar is going to work for you, folks. So I'm not going to get into too much about the tapping here in the beginning. Obviously, I kind of just showed that to you. I'm basically going to go ahead and pause the video really quick and kind of do that, because what's going to happen is I'm going to be putting in kind of like each ingredient, not like the herbs are all going to go in together, and that's going to be like one tapping session, of course. But like I'm going to put the coins and the gemstones in, and then I'm going to like tap. I'm going to keep putting that energy in. I'm going to keep saying thank you and building that energy up, and keep building it, and then I'll put my power herbs and stuff in there, and then okay, basically that's what we're kind of going for here. When you do put things in like stones and coins and stuff like that, don't shake your jar too hard, okay? Because we don't want you to crack the jar, of course. I mean, you can kind of like casually shake it side to side or something like that, but do avoid breaking your jar, okay? So again, this is going to be just to kind of shorten this video. I'm going to kind of pause it in between all those tapping sessions, and so give me just a moment, folks, and I'll be right back to start the next part here. Alright, folks, and now that I got my little typing session there, you're going to find you're going to be doing this a lot, okay? If you don't want to be doing it in between, doing like all the putting in the herbs and then tapping and whatnot, you can do it like at the very end if you'd like, but I like to make sure that we get like as much energy there as we can, okay? So at least that's what I'm doing. So really quick, I'm going to be in some this is a pine cone, obviously, okay? And the reason why I'm putting in pine cone is it's got a lot of attraction energy in there. Pine is great for wishing, manifesting miracles. There's wealth, there's prosperity, money, and success, and it helps bring in opportunities, helps remove blockages, especially blockages to money. It's a road opener, helps bring new opportunities and new avenues for bringing money into your life. Okay, so that is pinecone. I think about it, it's like not a very good example of salap, or what is known as lucky hand root, but that's what that is, folks. Looking for my cursor, there it is. And so lucky hand root is basically it's a power herb. It comes from the orchid family, and it's a great power herb, and brings in a lot of success and draws in money and brings in lots of good luck, lots of opportunities. Again, everything's going to be like really focused around prosperity, success, money, opportunities, removing blockages, all sorts of things like that. So this is a very good power herb to have in there. And then we have a bit of High John root. And High John root, folks, is actually sometimes referred as High John the Conqueror. It does come from the morning glory plant, okay, the root from the morning glory. And depending on the tradition that you follow, this is probably one of the highest white magical herbs, or roots in this case, that you could actually have in your practice. For some say dragon's blood is like the highest white magical herb out there. For some, it's going to be High John the Conqueror root. Okay, don't confuse this with galangal. Okay, which is galangal's other known name is Low John. Okay, this is High John, or High John the Conqueror. Okay, it's a power herb. Brings in a lot of winning energies. This is a very forceful herb, brings in a lot of energy, brings in a lot of good fortune, brings in speed to whatever it is that you're adding it to. So force and energy and speed, we want to add those elements to here, as well as, of course, folks, success, luck, prosperity. Again, it does help remove blockages, and it's going to do it in a more forceful way, with a little more power than, let's say, like some of the other more subtle herbs will. It's going to bring an opportunity, good fortune, all that type of stuff. So that's going to go in there. And then I'm going to do another tapping session. So let me go ahead and pause this video and I'll be right back for you. Alright folks, and you're going to find, folks, after you've probably done this for a couple of minutes and you really start tapping away on stuff like this, that you really start getting your energy and your vibration raised a lot, and you really start feeling a very, very different. So don't be surprised if that like actually ends up happening, folks. All right. If you're tapping away on this thing and you're not feeling happy and you're not feeling joyful and you're not excited about wanting to have the extra money come into your life and the extra opportunities and everything like that, you're doing it wrong. All right, let me just tell you like that. All right, you're doing it wrong. You got to get excited about this. All right, you got to get excited in this ritual. All right. So we are going to go ahead and put in our coins. Again, I have a penny, nickel, a dime, and a quarter there. If you really want to use real money, you could go ahead and do that. I'd probably put in a dollar or a $5 bill, but this is totally fine. And then, again, I have my 2 pyrite stones here. I did cleanse these stones already, and I did cleanse them, and they are consecrated, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in here, and then once we get that taken care of, we're going to go ahead and put the lid on, do another tapping session, get more of that energy in there, get that energy built up, and then we're going to put in the herbs. Finally, after that, do another tapping session, and then the last item to be going in is going to be our honey. So give me just a moment, and I will be right back to you. Alright folks, and we're back. And so again, let me run over these herbs that I have right here in front of me really quick, and we're going to get them placed into the jar and then do another quick tapping session and kind of get that little tingling feeling out of my fingers there from all that tapping. Okay, so first off, we have right here, this one here at the top is Vervain. Okay, Vervain is great for bringing in good fortune, brings in luck, brings in abundance, success, prosperity, helps remove those blockages. It's a road opener, removes those blockages to receiving money and allows more money to come into your life. Provides protection for your money. Okay, you want to make sure that not only that you're bringing money into your more money into your life, and you're bringing that abundance, and that you have more than enough, but you want to make sure that the money stays with you as well. Okay, henceforth one of the reasons for the honey, the main reason for the honey at the end, but you want to make sure that your money is protected. Okay, so also helps with manifestation and providing miracles. So that's Vervain for you. The next one we have is Catnip. Again, a lot of the same stuff here, folks. Attraction, money, prosperity, success. Again, it removes blockages. It's a road opener. Lets more money and opportunity and success and prosperity to come into your life. Of course, as we know, prosperity is more than just money, and it includes all sorts of things. Love, health, wealth, more friendship, stuff like that. Okay. Also makes money love you. Catnip is good for making money love you and want to be around you and to stay with you. And catnip is also good for wishing and bringing in and manifesting more miracles in your life. All right. Next off, we have Basil here. Let me bring up Basil. Basil right here, folks. Basil is helps to start a journey. So if this is a new opportunity for you to be making this money jar because you're doing it because you want more business success or something like that, that's your journey. That's you starting your new journey. Okay, it helps to start that with positivity. Okay, brings in more attraction and prosperity and business. Raises the vibration for your energy so that you it feels really good. Again, it's a road opener, removes more blockages, and brings in lots and lots of good fortune for you. Okay, Alfalfa. And I'm not talking about Alfalfa from the Little Rascals here. All right, Alfalfa is great. You can actually take a pinch of this and put this in your wallet, folks, and you will never, ever, ever, ever be without money. You will always have enough money for whatever your needs are. It doesn't mean that, you know, just because you want to be able to buy a fancy car that you're going to have more than enough money for that, but it's going to be based on what your needs are, not what your wants are, obviously. Okay, so again, success, joy, happiness, prosperity, attraction. Again, another herb that makes money love you, makes money want to stay around you. Okay, brings in harmony as well. Really good to have. Okay, Dandalion. Okay, Dandalion, again, happiness, joy, harmony, success, attraction, wishing. Okay, this is a great wishing herb. I mean, we've all taken a dandelion leaf or like a dandelion blossom when we were younger, and we made a wish on it. Okay, so great to have, especially since you're going to be probably using this jar fairly regularly. You're going to be picking up this jar. You're going to be handling it. You're going to be being thankful for all the money that you have, and you're going to be wishing for those extra opportunities to fulfill client needs, or bring in new clients, or bring in new opportunities for wealth, and to generate new ideas and things like that. So you're going to be working with this. So again, great herb to be having in there. It's a nice wishing herb. All right, so you want to have that in there. And then of course we have our cinnamon. Cinnamon is a great catalyst herb. I mean, okay, by catalyst I mean it gets things moving. So we're adding cinnamon to all this, and cinnamon's gonna help all these herbs start working together and start get like all the energy flowing and moving into the direction that we want. So again, great thing to have in there. Okay, not only is it a catalyst and gets powers and energies moving, but it's great for money, it's great for wealth and abundance. Again, one of those herbs that makes money love you. Okay, I mean, you can't have too much of that energy. You want money to love you. You want money to come into you and bring more money into your life. Okay, great for prosperity, great for good fortune. Things I did not include in here, but you can if you'd like, or if you have, if you're wanting substitutions, are things like elderberries or elder leaf, anything like that. Elder is a great miracle and a manifestation herb. It brings in success, joy, money, abundance, and it's also a catalyst herb. Again, I did not add that in here, but if you have elder and you don't have, say, cinnamon, I mean, that's like an opportunity. You can swap that out, of course. Allspice is another one. Allspice is, again, a great attraction herb, luck, brings in winning energy, fortune, happiness, joy, general good fortune, and again, allspice is also a catalyst herb as well. So that's another option if you want to use that. Other things would be acorns. Acorns are again great for money, and people carry them in mojo bags and all that for luck and whatnot. So acorns would be good. Galangal, or what is referred to as Lojan root, would be an option as well. It's a power root, just like Hyjon, but it doesn't work at that particular level. But again, it's great for success and money and abundance, prosperity. Bringing in new opportunities and opening open roads to prosperity and all that. And then, of course, fenugreek is another one. I'm sure that there's many other herbs out there that you can use as well. You could go ahead and use whichever ones you want. This is what I chose, and I decided to give you a couple extra ones in case if you had those in stock and you didn't have all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and get these herbs into this jar, do another tapping session, get everything going, and then we're going to add our honey to the jar, okay, after that. So let me go ahead and add these herbs in, and I'll be right back for you. All right, and we are back, and now of course you want to add your honey. Okay, so you want to have enough honey that's going to fill up your jar. I don't think luckily I have another thing of honey over here off to the side. There we are. And it doesn't have to be any specific kind of honey, folks. It could be clover honey, it could be organic honey, it could be raw honey, whatever it is, as long as it's honey. Okay, the idea is that honey, by putting in all the ingredients and tapping in all the energy and feeling good and wanting to have all that wealth and prosperity and everything in your life, the honey is going to cause the money to want to stick to you and stay around you. So while we are squeezing this honey into the jar, we want to be visualizing again that money coming into our lives, that prosperity, that success. Again, you don't necessarily have to, don't be too specific, because you want to have opportunities to come to you from all areas of your life. Okay, so again, if you're doing it simply for business, I mean, I suppose you could go ahead and be more specific and do it, just for your business if that's what you really wanted. But that's, obviously going to limit you to just the success of your business. So try to be a little more vague, though, is what I'm kind of going for myself. So as this money is going into this jar, and this is going to take a while, so obviously I'm going to be pausing this, but as this honey is going into this jar, I'm just going to visualize all of that wealth and opportunity coming to me and being a part of my life. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and we will be back. Alright, evening folks, this is Steve returning, doing the finishing on our money jar spell that we did today, or started earlier today. This is the finished product, at least my finished product I should say. Once you get all the honey into the jar, and I kind of ran out of a little bit, And I was actually thinking about going up to the store to get some, but with all the chaos out there, I'm not going to worry too much. I could probably gonna fit, another 24 ounces in there maybe, but I'm not going to worry about it just for right now. The key is that once you get the honey in there and you get the lid on there and it's all sealed up, you do not want to take this lid off. You want to make sure that all of the energy is contained inside. All that energy that you put into it stays in there. The only time that you need to take this off, there's actually only 2 times. One, you intend to break the spell, okay, which I can't understand why you would ever want to do something like that, okay. The second reason is, let's say this just happens to fall somewhere and, or the jar cracks for some reason, whatever the situation may be, and you need to transfer the contents of this jar into a new one. That is the only time that you want to remove this lid. So other than that, this is pretty much done at this point. I mean, if you want to continue to tap on it a little bit and get some more energy in there, sit with it, kind of meditate with it, that's totally fine. Again, you want to keep thinking happy thoughts and prosperous thoughts and thoughts of that money coming to you and all that type of stuff. And then make sure that when you put this, you store this away up on a top shelf somewhere, up on top of your bookcase, up on the top shelf above your cabinets in the kitchen or something like that. If you practice feng shui, you could put it up high above in your wealth area. That would be a good place to put something like this. Okay, you preferably you want it at least eye height or higher. Okay, that way when you enter a room and you see it, you're looking up. Okay, you want to be looking up. Okay, there's a lot of psychological, there's a lot of psychology to, especially when it comes to money, to be looking up, to be looking for the prosperity or brighter future, and so you want to be looking up. You don't want to be looking down. So keep this up somewhere at least eye height or higher, and that way when you see it, whether it's in your office or your wealth area or somewhere else, it's right there. You do want to work with it a little bit here and there, especially like if you're wanting to maybe attract more clients or new business or something like that. You could definitely take it down, tap on it a little bit, visualize with it a little bit, whenever you want that, say, extra boost of business, that would be a good thing. So make sure that this is active. Make sure in your life. Okay, you want to keep money flowing in your life, and you want there to be activity. You don't want money to go stagnant. And some of you might be wondering, like, why the hell would you want to be making something like this when there's a lot of turmoil out there happening right now? And well, folks, I'm gonna just be plain as day with you. It is a good idea to make something like this. Okay. Especially now, you don't want your money to ever go stagnant. You don't want your money to ever dry up. Okay, you want money to keep flowing into your life, even during times of crisis like this. Okay, it's very, very basic. While we think that there's a lot of people out there who aren't spending money anymore right now, and they're holding on to what they have because they're unsure of, or if they're going to be returning to work next week or not, or when they're going to send out stimulus checks, or whatever the situation may be. And that might be true for your average, middle American who's making $50,000-$60,000 a year or something like that. But folks, there's always people spending money. Okay, I mean, think about, the people who are in the upper middle class, people who make, $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, or even $100,000 a month. Those people are especially wealthy people and people that are much wealthier than that. They're always spending money. They may not be spending as much money because of what's happening right now, but they're still spending money. Okay, they're still allowing money to come into their life and go out of their life. Okay, there's a give and exchange, and it's that constant process of give and exchange, ebb and flow, that allows money to keep coming into their life. So, they're still going to buy the car, they're still going to buy the house, the vacation home. They're still going to take their vacation to Bahamas or wherever they go. Whatever the situation may be. Well, maybe not Bahamas. I don't know what the travel restrictions are right now, but I mean, you kind of get the idea. They're not going to necessarily stop doing certain things. Okay, they may not be able to go to the Bahamas, but they might go to their house in the Hamptons or whatever. I mean, you get the gist of it. They're still allowing money to be coming in and out of their lives. So this way, if you have a business that you're doing, and you want to use this as part of your business, or you made it specifically for your business, you can still generate that income. I mean, again, for instance, you might make, jewelry and sell it online, and you might be thinking, well, nobody's going to be buying my jewelry now. That's, again, not necessarily the case. Certainly you might, your target audience may be, middle class Americans, depending on what type of jewelry you're making. But it doesn't mean that you're going to be totally out of business or not earning money through your business just because your target audience is not exactly spending the type of money that they used to. There's still plenty of people out there, again, upper middle class, Americans that are still spending their money, and you just have to learn how to target them for a time, as opposed to whoever your normal audience might be. So again, I don't want to banter on too much more than that. So we're just going to call this video at this point. I do appreciate you joining. Again, you spend a little bit more time with it, keep tapping some more energy into that, and then once you're done, put it away, put it up on your shelf, put it in your wealth area, wherever you're going to place it at. Do not absolutely take this lid off, because you don't want that energy, that wealth energy, to escape. Okay, so with that, folks, I bid you a very good day. Do take care of your family out there, and love them, cherish them, take care of the kids, tell them how much you love them, your spouse how much you love them, how much they've done for you lately. It really matters, especially now. Don't ever forget to tell them. So with that, folks, I bid you very fond farewell. Take care. Until next time, I bid you peace, fond farewell, and infernal blessings. Bye.